Okay, so in this video we're going to look at a bubble sort algorithm as a means to sort an array, in this case an array of gelato flavors, in ascending alphabetical order. The bubble sort algorithm is really suitable for smaller arrays, such as this very small array. It's not preferred for a much larger array where performance is optimal, so we'll look at another sorting algorithm for larger arrays. But this one is fairly simple. I just want to kind of give you a visual representation of what's going to happen in this algorithm. The algorithm basically uses a loop to pass through the entire array, comparing each element to the one next to it. So it starts at the top, for example here with vanilla, and it will compare the value in this element to the one next to it, in this case chocolate. So if they are out of order, in this case they are, we're going to sort this array in ascending alphabetical order. So if the elements are out of order, we are going to swap them. And here's what a swap might look like. We have a temporary variable here. I'm going to put the vanilla in there and then move chocolate into the position where the vanilla was, and then we move the vanilla back. So we need that temporary variable. I call this musical variables because they're kind of shifting around like that, or rotating like that. Okay, so that was one iteration through the loop, but now we have another one to do. So now I'm on the second element in the array, which is newly vanilla, and I'm comparing it to the element next to it, brownie chunk. Are they out of order? Yes, they are. So we're going to swap them. So I'll make the swap there. Okay, and then third time through the loop, I'm comparing, now I'm at the third element in the array, comparing it to the one next to it. Are they out of order? Yes, they are. I'm going to swap them. Okay, you probably see what's happening here. I think, well, here I'll just very quickly do it. And then lastly, I'm going to make the comparison, this one still vanilla, comparing to the one next to it, and then the coffee swirl moves up. So that's why kind of like they call it the bubble sort, because you can see the vanilla, like the so-called heavier value, is sinking to the bottom, while the lighter values are kind of bubbling to the surface, okay? So I went through the loop, I went through the entire array, and you can see what happened. Am I in order? Am I in perfect alphabetical order at this point? No, I'm not. I'm closer, but I'm not quite there. So I'm going to have to go through that whole spiel again, starting at the top, comparing this to that, and so on. I'm going to have to go through that again until the sorting is complete, until I'm in alphabetical order. So you saw what I was doing there. It's very repetitive, but I'm going to have to repeat that process multiple times. So it's repetition repeated, and so the bubble sort is really a set of nested loops. So let's look at the code. The code itself is actually quite simple. So we're beginning with our array of gelato flavors unsorted. There are 5 flavors total, and we have a boolean to, like, as soon as we're done making swaps, as soon as I get through a pass through the array and I have made no swaps, that means it's in order. So that's a kind of a good flag variable to decide when we should stop looping, when we should shut down the algorithm, so to speak. And then the temp variable, that's for my swapping, unless we can do my musical variables, as I said. Okay, so just to look at the outer loop, I said this would be a nested loop. So the outer loop is a do loop, and we're going to keep going while made a swap is true. Is, like I said, as long as we keep making swaps, we're not sorted yet. But then the minute we no longer have any swaps, then it's time to end the algorithm because we're in order. So here is really the nuts and bolts of the algorithm, so to speak. It's where you're looping through the array, just using a for loop in this case, and I'm saying if the current element, in this case is greater than the one next to it, the next one in the array, greater than, because that would mean they're out of order. We're sorting in ascending order here. So if it's greater than the one next to it, we're going to swap them. So this is basically that swapping, really just 3 variable assignment statements to represent that swapping that I was showing you in the visual. And that's it. That's really it. One thing I'll note is that if I wanted to change this into descending alphabetical order, it's really just as easy as changing the sign here. Changing the direction of your sign changes your sort from ascending to descending in this case. And that's it. So I guess I can run it real quickly. Not really much to see here. We're going to see a sorted array. Sorted in inverse alphabetical order because I did switch the sign there. So that's it.